Game on. What's up, Camilo? Hopefully I can actually find games. That's like my only concern right now. Did it just not select the account? Grow. I grow. Oh. Figured I would start playing some games now because I'm doing that fastest 1v1 King of the Hill thing in 2 hours. So I should probably get warmed up. You know what I mean? I did not sleep very well last night though. Or the night before that. Well, hi, mouse. Do we want to play an FFA? Should I go join this? I've done one FFA and it was it was pretty rough. We almost won. I killed like 6 people. But the last guy mind controlled and ended up killing me. I think I was the only Zerg in the game. Stream collab? You and Saiyan play with me? Okay. I think that's okay. I mean, my title says viewers welcome, so well, I guess. I guess. Laying in bed, watching TV, and waiting for the tournament. It starts on 2 hours. Yeah. I hope I can, that's why I'm starting to play right now. I feel like I should just kind of get my hands warm. You know, play for a couple hours. So that, I can perform at least decent. My eyes are kind of crap right now, but... Hi, Mage. I mean, I don't really know how to play fastest either. And I doubt DeWalt knows how to play fastest. But the first guy that's playing, that I'll be playing against, is really, really good. So I'm probably only gonna get the one game. But we'll give it the old college try, as I keep hearing all the time now. You a stream? Yeah, if people want to play with me, then they can come play. I'm just looking to kind of hang out a little bit before I get busy. BGH money or standard money? I'm not sure what you mean. That's what I'm playing right now, yeah? Oh, yeah, it's max. See, you're talking about Hunters versus BGH. BGH is max. What? Hello? hotkeys are all over the place. Actually, they're not all over the place, I just, suck. Imagine walling yourself in, am I right? We're shared choke, Terran Toss. And, wants to turtle. I could tell him to rally to choke, but I ain't no team player. I ain't gonna communicate, I'm just gonna complain. Yeah, so BGH means Big Game Hunters, and that's the one that has the max money. The one without it is just Hunters. Yeah, it's definitely gotten better. Of course, now you got me thinking about it. I'm like actually fighting a cough now. Why you do this to me, huh? Well, this game is pretty over. SimCity's ruined. This game is ruined. Oh, my crappy SimCity. By crappy, I mean I needed this. Needed my, core to be one more pixel over. So then my robo could be one more pixel over so I could do my pylon down like this. Unbelievable. Clearly we were out of practice on BGH, huh? So sloppy, man. I know, right? Could have been embarrassing, even. I don't have... I'm gonna be careful, I don't have range right now. Mm. Look at this. Let's look at it, guys. Holy. Uh. Alright, am I actually playing the Blips though, or what are we doing? Or Mage, did you want to come play? GG, I guess so. You got tossed again, let's go. True, though. West. East is pretty much dead. Nobody plays over there anymore. Ugh. Hi, Kevin. Today's the day. Or tonight, I guess. I'll give you some Zerg ladder. But probably one time only. I got a... Sorry. I got a King of the Hill. Channel name is Savannah, yeah. Got a King of the Hill, fastest thing, in about 2 hours. I'll probably lose my first match, and then I'll go embarrass myself with Zerg for a little bit. On the ladder. And I'll play BGH until then. I wonder why did that happen? What's that? Why did what happen? Going for a game if you need a third? Sure, if you want to. Making me miss the D2 ladder. Migration to West. Oh yeah, I actually kind of... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that happened. Because like East was where it was at when I was young. When I was a kid. Or I was an old man. I love giving J2 a hard time. Heyo! WoW Mage is Shaman, huh? How misleading. So I guess this is a little bit of a spoiler. I think they don't want anybody to know. So I'm going to anyway. My first match on Fastest for the King of the Hill. So I'll be playing first, and I'll be playing against Cross. That's going to be the very first game for King of the Hill. I play significantly less Fastest than Cross. Obviously, a lot of you guys know Cross is really, really good. So there's a shot that I just immediately lose. But, J2 said in our chat, he said, instead of King of the Hill, it's going to be renamed a Cross of the Mountain. And I said, wow, counting me out immediately. And he said, fingers crossed for a dark horse, and I hope that's you. And I was like, wow, you're playing favorites now. It's important that we give him a hard time at all times. Oh, Alchemist. I knew you were somebody I knew, but I couldn't remember who. All welcome, right? Public. I haven't hosted BGH in so long. We'll do 16 turn rate. Here you go. Let's go play some video games. Yeah, I'm so used to picking blue for the ladder. I keep almost not picking magenta. Hey, what's up, Zone? Zone Blue? Can I just call you Blue? What's up, Blue? My boy, Blue. Oh, green for you mean? Yeah, it's looking good. Looks good. The band? Mouse, I don't know why, but it's weird to me to see you swearing in English. I don't think I've seen you do that before. Can't play now? That's okay. I know, right? Kind of a bad game to get Zergan. I've not seen you swear in English before. I don't think. Sorry, you don't have to be sorry. Not complaining about it. I don't know that Snow really plays much team games. I know he's played like some, but oh, it's triple toss. Ugh. Terrible. That's gross. Zerg against triple toss, huh? Yeah, he mostly plays no money. Or, yeah, I guess exclusively doesn't play BG or Fastest. Or would I be tilted about? He got a drone, but I'm getting away with a lot of greed. The unfortunate thing is that it's 3 toss, they have a ton. Gonna push like this. I don't think we'll get to that point. It actually already looks over. Gonna have to just hope he can hold. Two cannons. Yeah. Not looking good. Apparently not, huh? They did a lot of units for this. A Nexus. No! You didn't have to quit. You still have stuff. We're winning the game. Like, I know he didn't have much, but he could have stayed. Like, you can still get stuff done. No. Zerg's the weakest on BGH, actually. Actually. In my opinion, but most people kind of feel that way about Zerg on BGH. The big thing is just the lack of storms, right? Storm is like unbelievably powerful against Zerg on BGH because of all these chokes. Does he have bottom left or something? But why? Are we hiding? Please don't tell me we're hiding. Top right. Oh. Why are we not quitting, though? He's gonna fight back, right? He's like, I got this. He's actually rebuilding and playing it out. Come on. I gotta change that hotkey. Store some of my gas one early. And now he realized, he's like, oh, okay, maybe I can't win from here. That's what it was. $39 APM Shaman. Yeah, it's WoW Mage. He's one of my mods. Efficiency at its finest. Exactly. You didn't have to leave yet either, Mage. We were set up to win that game. I had reset 12 and 1 o'clock's probe count a couple of times. And then they sacked a good, like, 2k resources into your Nexus trying to kill it. The King Dragoon. Was it your Dragoon that got it at the end? No, you're fine, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. We were double toss Zerg and I don't 9-pull, right? So against 3 Protoss, you guys are going to lose the Zealot macro. So you have to play a little bit defensively. The way it would technically play out is both of our Protosses get a couple cannons, right? And you kind of play a little bit turtly with like 2 or 3 cannons. I would say 2 cannons if your SimCity is good. And then if they hit me, then you guys can flank. So like, if they hit one of the toss, then our other toss comes in behind while you're defending with cannons. If they hit me, then you guys come in behind and I got, like, the Sunken and SimCity and stuff. So we have to play a little bit defensively since I play macro Zerg. Yeah, I actually went layer before Ling speed. Because I saw how heavy they were on Zealots, so that was kind of my best bet. I felt like getting back in the game. You're in a Horde spot. I kind of like 3 o'clock with my SimCity, but personal preference. Yeah, them hitting you was really, really good because it allowed me to just continue to macro and counterattack with... Well, I had Muta anyway, so I would have countered with the Muta. Oh, I don't know. If I were getting that many Zealots, I probably would have had to have played defensive. And you had a good, like, SimCity setup to defend. I know I didn't help you, but if I help you, then we lose, right? I have to counterattack and do damage. And the reason I felt like 12 and 1 was the better call was because 6 o'clock went more cannons and they went Corsair, and I was already swapping to Hydra behind it, so it's not as scary. That was my thought process. Well, that was the thing too. I saw your base and I was like, he's just gotta hold. Like, if he holds, we can win. GG. Good job defending. Ugh. More about T's and Snow. Freaking Zerg, man. Actually, I'm just getting that is better. Feels bad. I don't like people scouting my choke for me because it's like they'll know where 2 of us are right away, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, he turned around. Oof. Yeah, no. Yeah, this always happens to me when I play BDH, man. I get Zerg all the time. And I hate it. Oh, man.
Forces are under attack.
Hmm. Coming all the way back. We're dead here then. Just don't want to hesitate. Actually helps a lot.
Forces are under attack and require more minerals. Require more minerals.
Oh boy. Ugh, that's so painful. Did not realize that I lost my pool. There's like something wrong with my gas. I should have way more gas than none. I didn't even realize I'd sent this over here. I don't think we can win anymore. Or maybe? I don't know, it's gonna be hard against Storm and another Zerg, though.
Forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Forces are under attack. Forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
We lost. Zerg OP, you have a Zerg. I had to play like no eco this entire game. The macro just isn't quite good enough for us to have won. It was close.
Forces are under attack.
Cancel my Overlord speed. I don't even remember why. To start Hive? Yeah, it's for Hive. They're just rallying armies into me to suicide into my hatchery over and over again because they have expansions. Red needed to have expanded behind all of this as well. While they were hitting me. Like, punish them for focusing me the entire time. Not the entire time, but you know what I mean. Do something. He can hold though. He's totally fine here. I feel like I have no gas. Do I have 2 on this gas the entire time? That's what it is. Problem is I picked such a bright color too. It's like super visible. Freaking lag spike. Ugh. Pretty doomed. Probably could have fit it there, actually. Sad. Sad, sad. So hard doing this with Zerg, man. For me, anyway. This is very winnable. Actually. I'm gonna start my adrenal. That's odd. I realized my adrenal never went through. Okay, that's not winnable anymore. Ultra, you mean? I was kind of just thinking that just my gas count's a little bit low right now.
Forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Oh, you're good, dude. Yeah, no problem. Glad you could join us.
Our forces are under attack. 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 Our forces are under attack.
Dude, trying to break through this as Zerg, man, is the worst. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming when I saw the carrier, but fortunately I'm maxed and I can't do anything about it. It does open a mid for us, though.
Forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Nice, dude.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh my god. Snow. Crazy. When I saw the carrier swap, I was like, wait, I think we can break mid now. We gotta outlast sometimes. Your eyes are burning. Sorry to hear that. Why are your eyes burning? You died early. You got the chill. That was a great game, man. Alchemist did such a good job staying alive, man. Like, thank you for defending and staying. Like, yeah, that's like what I want most. Yeah, Thank you guys for letting me play. Oh, yeah, next time we play on my turf, World of Warcraft. Alright, we'll see. It's fine. I did not believe we were gonna win that game. I feel like Orange, or not Orange, but Brown kind of ran out of steam. Like, I'm used to these like crazy BGH games sometimes, so for me, I can do that for hours. Brown had like 10 drones all game. Yeah, I didn't replace it after I damaged. He didn't rebuild, but I think this is kind of a bad habit. So, and I see it with you too. Non-money players, when they play BGH, do not prioritize workers enough. I can't tell if it's because, like, to me what it feels like is happening is that they think they don't need as many workers because the income is, like, better. You know what I mean? I even noticed that with you, Snow. Like, if you watch... Well, I got Zerg both games, but if I play non-Zerg, it's, like, worker production for, like, the entire game. Right? You pretty much never stop workers. But I felt like you were cutting workers a lot as well. It blasted the entire game, both games. You were sharing choke with me and you didn't make a bunker, dude. How are you gonna share choke with a Zerg and not drop a bunker? Never cut workers? Yeah, it's extremely important not to. In BGH especially. Okay, you tried to make a bunker. Yeah, you tried to make a bunker in my base. And then you made one bunker that I killed once and you're like, ah. Never again. That was our one shot. The DT slowed helped as well. Oh, yeah. Loads car seat in the back, steps in, straps in. What's up, Tom? A lot of Zergs just don't think to make a batch of, say, 12 drones, add the minerals, and then add in 2 more hatcheries. All into this 12 workers, 2-3 hatch play these days. Yeah, no, I know, right? Like, look at how I played it compared to how their Zerg played it, right? A lot of Zergs feel like they just need to, like, either 9 pull into 3 hatch Ling, or 9 pull into 1 hatch, like 1 hatch layer Muta. Like, this is what almost all Zergs do. Which is good in an in-house, but I think pubbing it's really bad. Am I in a better mood today? I'm always in a good mood. What do you mean? I live in a constant state of happiness. I might skip my uploads ahead a little bit, because I'm like 4 months behind right now on my uploads. But that was a really good game, and I don't want to have to... I feel like that one I should probably put out as soonish. Maybe like in a week or 2 or something. That was a good game. 4 months? Yeah, I'm like way behind on my VODs, dude. For my YouTube videos. I did a lot the other day. I think I caught up a fair amount. I'm probably down to like 3 months or something. Let me actually check. November 19th. Yeah. That's how far back my oldest VOD is right now that I'm still going through. Fastest thing is in 40 minutes. Like, that was a pretty solid warm-up. Maybe I should actually play fastest? I don't know, though. I don't know. It's fine. If I lose, I lose. Dude, 6 o'clock complaining about you defending was like the weirdest thing I've seen. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun then, dude. That's what it's about, right? But like complaining that you were staying alive makes no sense. Like, it just means you believe in me. That's what I felt like. When I saw you defending and staying and him complaining, I was like, you know what? Like, this is kind of winnable. Because I had the Nidus going on bottom left. I should have remade another, have a second one ready, and then I could have actually just completely killed that base and we would have been in really good shape, but I only just now thought about it. Watch enough of your streams and know there's always hope. It's good. I need to play one more, but I need it to take too long. Yeah, we were a bit disjointed. It's just there was so much going on for me. It was really hard for me to kind of like communicate our timing. I just basically was playing and hoping it would sync up, essentially. Why is it? He's giving me what? That's 9 and 124. Alright, GG's, man. I think this is Bakinek though, right? Or however you say it. Then choose my color. What is this disgusting color? And race, for that matter. Imagine. But the reason I kind of want to jump ahead and use that video is because I haven't been able to upload a Zerg VOD for like 5 or 6 videos at least now. It's been a while. I've just not had many good Zerg games lately. Or back then. Or lately. I don't even play Zerg anymore. What did I say about backseating? Somebody ban this, man. Time him out. Get him out of here. Try you're safe. I don't have any YouTube mods. I don't have any on YouTube. I'm not a YouTube mod or Twitch. Huh? You're a mod on my Twitch. You mean? That was top side. Gotcha. I may.
Additional supply depots required. Base is under
Una sí viene.
Your forces are under attack.
Well, Zerg has no eco, but I am kind of dead. Oh, okay.
Base is under attack. Additional supply depots required.
Downside is my eco also hurts quite a bit right now.
Your forces are under attack.
Just his macro's too far behind the toss. It's okay.
Not enough minerals. Your forces are under attack.
Oh, he's counterattacking. Yeah. Oh, every time I look away, man. Got leans on me.
Not enough minerals. Your forces are under attack.
Did I not repair that out of burning? Thought I did. I don't think there's meat over. We're not gonna let ourselves die to something stupid. Okay. Oh. There's meat. Dude, he must have 0 eco. Oh god, what a scrap. Ugh. I'd play with you, but nobody should have a teammate as bad as me. It's up to you, man. We're playing at tilt free. I have 22 minutes now before this fastest tournament. I'm on West, but I don't think I'm gonna play anymore. I think that was my last one before the tournament because I don't want to get caught in the middle of a game. Gonna want to look at that one because I was almost dead the entire game. But that Zerg had to have been like 8 drones or something. Like it had to have been really, really low. So we did gas trick, into hatchery, straight into pool, gas. Just one more drone, yeah, and then it's like all link from here. So we're at 9 drones right now. We'll see what he ends up at. We had really good body blocking there, and let's to let that finish. I feel like my micro in general was good this game, but my SCV count was really, really low. Losing the depots and getting supply block constantly like really sucked. Plus the getting attacked over and over again. And I sent a few and lost as well. He could have just run straight in and actually got damage. I mean, this is still kind of annoying, but if he had gone straight in, I think they would have killed me. Legit. Like, if he just went in and stopped my bunker, they would have won the game there. So him going for that depot lost in the game. Stopped them from winning the game. Yeah, so we're on 8 drones right now. And then I thought from here, once the toss like pushed out, made one more drone. we make a couple more drones. Yeah, so when the toss, like when they beat this and the toss pushes on him, I felt like he was probably droning up behind that. But he had a decent lean count still when I pushed out. So we'll see what his drone count ends up at. It still has to be like pretty low. 14? Maybe he stops at 14. Well, we managed to get this wall up, which was good. Get a lot of extra damage here. Also gives me time for my tank to get out. Oh yeah, you can't really counter there. On 29 SCVs. Heal has the most in the game right now. Back to 14 drone here. I probably should have stopped being so aggressive and like actually let my army scale up a little bit. Yeah, I should have just chilled maybe for like 1 or 2 rotations at least. A little too eager. Fun. Actually, some fun games today. How rare, am I right? So a quick emo. Reminder that I will start my stream in 30 minutes. Oh, now 20 minutes and games will. Okay. Let me on this email if you want to change your race. BOTB. Battle of a Beehive. So there's 7 people signed up, it looks like. Question is, what do we want to do for 20 minutes, guys? I don't really want to play another game right now. Yes. Dude, I don't even know how to play chess. Like, I know how the game is played, but I'm terrible, dude. I was asking what we should do for the next 20 minutes, because I kind of don't want to play any more games right now. Okay, so we're going to be doing a 1v1 fastest King of the Hill. Our first match is going to be against Cross, who is a really good fastest player, and he'll probably just smash me. Every win... Whoever wins, like, for every player that wins a match, they get 15 bucks. There's 7 players signed up. And J2 is going to be casting it with Dizzy Wee on his channel as well, I think. StarCraft ended my chess career. Oh, yeah? But if I win too, I get to play against DeWalt. That's kind of fun. Thing is, like, Carlos kind of knows, like, the strategies. You know what I mean? I'm just like a micro or a macro meathead, basically. pretty much all I got to offer. Like, I know some of the things you can do, but it's too much for me. I did kind of want to watch my CPL matches, actually. He's not here yet, but he just sent out a an email. He'll be ready in 20 minutes. I also did some reverse 1v1s with Lovesnow, where I played Terran and he played Toss. He just proxy gated me all 3 games. But the first game I canceled my barracks on accident, so I quit. The second game, he built 2 gateways in my base, and we actually almost won this game. I could have won, and I made a mistake. And then the third game, we defended it fine and killed him, just with a 6-fact. Yeah. Fastest is awful. Can't believe people still play that. It's got a much bigger community than BGH does, that's for sure. But for those of you that'll be leaving now that I'm not playing BGH, I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out and stuff. Keeping me company. When I played against Kiko, it felt like he was expanding really slow. Well, so the first game he expanded really quick, like off of a timing push. People watch reality TV too. That's a good point. So he did like a standard opener into like aggression, which like really kind of surprised me. A lot of people told me he was really passive Terran, and then he hit me with a bit of an early timing on this one, and I actually defended it like really poorly, like because it's an expo into a 2-fact. I should have been able to defend really easily. Like, I have 5 goons out, right? But I got split, and I fought it really poorly. But I'm, like, kind of trying to buy time. I picked up a vulture here. But I needed to group these goons. I should have used this observer, cleared this, grouped my goons, and fought as, like... What is this? 7 goons? And I would have crushed it, but... Yeah. I lose all these goons, and it's, like, a really bad trade. We still defend, like this is still really good for me, but it should have been a lot easier, I think. Actually, down workers. Oh, so it's actually really bad for me then. Didn't really lose that many, I just kind of cut a bunch. My macro slipped a lot. I was floating like over 1,000 almost during that push. I think I actually hit 1k during that push, so it was really bad. But then he takes a third behind us. My third did finish during that though. So like I'm not in bad shape, but I should not be... I should be up in workers after that. I cut too many for no reason. A little bit slow. I was pretty slow this game. Actually, I was slow all 3 games. The second game was horrible. But I saw you had this established and I was like super surprised. Kind of expected a timing into a timing, but that is not what he did. So, my 4th is pretty late here. If you're starting your 4th after they've landed their 3rd, it feels really, really bad, I think, as toss. Oh, God, I can't believe I win this game. Look at this. So I pull my zealots back, right? And this guy aggroed from, like, look, he was, like, over here. And he aggroed... No, he didn't. I moved him. He aggroed from here. That's still, like, pretty far. No? So I go from 63 to 47. I wanted to quit the game right there. I was so frustrated. Because I purposely moved my zealots back so that wouldn't happen, and then they re-aggroed because I didn't pull them far enough. That felt so bad. I was like, well, I just lost the game. So I'm even on supply. Down workers, pretty much even on bases. Like, this is a really, really bad situation. I can't believe I went from here. Yeah, I saw that on the minimap, I didn't realize that was the dropship that flew into it. Thought it was like a vulture or something scouting out. Then I did that because I stopped bringing my observer on accident. Pretty rough. I thought this was a push, but he was just setting up defensively to take a fourth. I kind of realized that eventually. I like kind of fanned out a little bit to go for a surround and then realized he wasn't pushing. So it's like, okay, he's taking a fourth then, and I'm stuck here on 4 bases. Realistically, as soon as you see like a 3rd base, you should be taking a 4th and a 5th, most of the time. I mean, it depends on the situation, but a lot of the time that's how it should be played out. I think this trade goes okay. We have a decent bank. Yeah, that last one feels so good. He clumped so much. If he didn't clump so much, this would have been really, really bad for us, but getting that like big chunk of tanks there is good. So we traded out like even supply, more or less, and a little bit more of a bank, but I got a big reset on the tank count, which feels pretty good. I do 2 really bad attacks here. I think I'm about to do one here, and then I do another one over here soon after that. Yeah, we caught up on workers, like that was good. And 73, 74, like this is a decent worker count. I don't know how high I go. I hadn't watched the replay yet. He was really good about hitting EMPs the entire game too. I pretty much could never get a decent stasis. And he also was targeting Templar, which is good by him. But we broke through here. And get some damage here, which is like the first time it starts feeling really good. Kill a bunch of SCVs and we end up killing the CC. And trade pretty efficiently. Actually, really efficiently. Like, our bank is really big. I'm just really, really slow this game, taking bases while fighting. That's like my big... I canceled that. It's one of my big problems anyway. I made a lot of mistakes this game, but that's one of them. I'm just expanding really slow. Like, I have a big bank, but my gateway count's really bad. My SimCity was pretty mediocre this game. I needed to take another main base and get a bunch of gateways there. That's kind of that's the big thing. So when you take like a 4th and 5th, you typically want your 4th or your 5th to be a corner base for that reason, so you can fit a lot more gateways there. Or another main, specifically. So I think this is the bad fight that I take, one of the 2. It like kind of starts off okay, and then I get, I overcommit, right? And this is like a big thing that Protoss players, you need to not do as Protoss. So like, once I reset the tank line here, and I gotta push back here, that's when I need to pull back, right? Like, trying to fight up this ramp, and I have no Zealots left, I have 2 Zealots, right? So I'm on Goon Templar trying to fight up a ramp into 2-3 mech. This is like super wasteful. Like, don't ever do that. Once you win the fight, like, back up. Yeah, I re-go here, and this is where it gets really bad. Plus, I get split a bit. And he had the D-Matrix on it. Like, you see how this? I lost so much for that one tank. Like, really, really inefficient. He's been kind of picking up probes, but I actually was keeping up with replacing them pretty well, so my probe count doesn't dip down. I just need to be on more bases. Every time I watch my replays, I feel like I expand so slow. For no reason. There's no reason for me to be expanding this slow. I'm just like having a hard time multitasking. So this is another bad one. Arbiter there got EMP'd, and it was the one that had enough for stasis. Walked into some mines there, lost a bunch there, and I'm like, okay. We just lost 40 supply for like a vulture. Maybe a couple turrets. I have to get 3 attack. I'm only just out 2-3. BWCL? No, it's not. I didn't play in BWCL today. This is my CPL match, is what this was. We go for a recall here, but it doesn't really do much. The thing about recalls is just both EMP'd there, or just the one. But the thing about recalls, even if it doesn't do like much, as long as it's not crazy inefficient, it can still be decent if it doesn't immediately get cleaned up. It's like it's something that they have to worry about in the back of their head that's just kind of a nuisance for them to deal with. So like they have to pull back units and then they start losing focus out here and stuff as they're dealing with this. So I kind of just run to the back of the space to make it extra annoying. Just a few units here, right? But it's so distracting for him. And then I kind of set up to hit here again. Because like this takes a lot of attention out of him, right? Was kind of the big thing. And then we got a really good position where he wasn't prepared for it because he was distracted up there, so I didn't really see my army movement. So I get to cut down onto his defense here instead. So here we get a really good trade, finally. I like a pretty good trade. This is not great, but he's also on 4 base. He's basically on 1 base mining right now. I'm on 1, 2-ish, and then we're getting this one. And I'm taking this one up here as well. He did kill a lot of probes here, but we're still on 64, 63, 2, something like that. We're around 60. That's not that bad. But my bank is a little bit depleted, so I have to be a little bit careful. We just need to make sure we don't like get super wasteful here, but his supply is really low at this point. We don't have to worry about it. I get a massive stasis here where I get that 1 tank and a vulture, and that's definitely the game changer. Heading into this position, while it's not like a good mining base, it was just weak here. So moves like this can be good as long as you're not trading super inefficient. Like, I technically didn't kill anything important here, but we're picking up units and we're giving them something to worry about and deal with, right? And again, like, by getting here, it also means he's not able to reinforce this position very well. So you can see there's like nothing here, and then he's got a few units just now coming down. I'm finally getting into a main base, but the game's over now. So I feel like I played relatively well that game. I just expanded far too slowly when I didn't need to be expanding so slow. This next game is going to be very, very painful to watch. I almost don't want to watch it because I know how much it's going to hurt my soul. I played horrible here. I kind of mentioned it while I was playing. I don't want to make like a bunch of excuses for it. And the reason I kind of don't want to is because I don't want to take away from Kiko, because like he is a solid player too. But I stayed up too late the night before, and I just didn't sleep very well, or very long. And so these were my first games. I like woke up and played these games. This game was just a really, really bad game by me. My focus was just not there, and my SimCity was the most atrocious thing I've ever seen. But I kind of want to see the game state, because like it felt like it was going like relatively well for me. If I'd like kept up with my macro and stuff. It felt like he took his third really late. I don't want to see the timing on his third. Delayed bunker for a while here, which was good by him. He knows he's not at risk. With 3 Marines out, you can delay the bunker, typically, because they can fight the one Dragoon without range. Kind of chasing this vulture as much as I could to stop mines, but I didn't quite kill it. Worker count's pretty even. It's technically bad for me. We stopped that vulture, which feels good. So we're taking our 3rd base here. He's much quicker on his upgrades here than he was the previous game, because he did a 2-fact push in the previous game. And here I see he's playing macro, so like I didn't want to take a fourth right away, but I feel like I could have. I didn't. He cleared my observer and then he dropped a CC, and then he also went for the drop here, which yeah, there's a lot of probes for that too. Siege tank killed quite a few. Should have clicked it and seen. So now we dipped below. I see the CC coming, and again, I mentioned this last game. You don't want to be starting your fourth when their CC is mining. That's really, really bad. But I just felt so slow and unfocused this game. I'm just having a hard time doing what I need to do. We basically do nothing. I just let him like walk up and push me. It's pretty horrible. My max timing is way slower. Like typically when it's a no pressure game, I'm maxing around 13 minutes. Here we're at 14 and I'm still not maxed. Like I lost a decent bit of workers, I guess, but you know, I was floating a bit and I was expanding really slow. But he literally just gets to unsiege and push across. Up to 4 CC behind it. And I basically never even fight him. I knew I was behind because like my gateway, my Sim City was just really ugly. And I just felt like I needed like one really good fight, but I never got it. He slow pushed really well, and I, yeah, just macro really poorly. Like look how much I'm floating, right? And I like partially got this ramp, which is not something you should do, but I just felt pressured to kind of trade a little bit because I had such a big bank, and I know I'm going to lose to his army in a straight up fight. Like if I'm spending and I remax right away, we're fine. If I weren't, you know, if I were on 5 base, we would have been fine and spending my money. But yeah, I just get contained here and die like this. It's pretty bad. I mean, it was like a really good slow push by him. I just didn't macro very well. And I tilted. I tilted after this game. Those of you that know me, I get very frustrated when I play poorly. Like when I know I'm playing poorly, I get very, very frustrated. And I have a hard time like accepting it. Yeah. Not great. Or good. And then game 3 is about us trying to untilt and not entirely succeeding. It's funny because like Zen was in there. He was in here while I was playing. And he was telling me to like reset and not dwell on it too much, and I was like, yeah, no, we need to. And those of you that know me, when I lose a game, I tend to talk about it quite a bit. And it was like we went into the game and it was just kept talking about it. I tried not to, and then it's just like my brain goes back to it. It's like, oh yeah, and I also did this, and oh yeah, I did that, and I should have done this. And this was really bad. And I get like this all the time. And then Zen was like, that's not resetting. I couldn't help it. And because I let myself dwell on that, I ended up doing something really stupid this game. That I knew was stupid, and I did it anyway. Those are like the worst. Those are when I get really, really upset with myself, is when I do that kind of stuff. So the thing is, Nexus is like pretty far ahead, so that feels pretty good. He canceled to start this, and then he remixed the bunker. And he did that because he saw there was no more coming. So the thing that I did was stupid was, I know if it's a vulture opener, check the CC there, which is pretty good for me. Confirm the CC and the timing of it, so I feel pretty good. So I know if it's a vulture opener, there's no reason to send my goons across, right? Or if I do, at least wait till I have a backup goon. So I knew there was a possibility he had swung a vulture out wide, and then I decide I'm going to walk across the map, even though I knew this could be the case, right? And what am I going to do, right? It would be a little bit of harass, I guess, but if it were tank first, I wouldn't be getting there in time to do much harass anyway, so it wouldn't even really matter too much. Yeah. So, I mean, he was good about waiting, and I didn't wait till the schoon was close. Like, if I wait till the schoon is close and then walk across, it's fine. So I ended up losing a bunch of probes, and losing a bunch of probes early like this. And I didn't get the block on the ramp, just barely. But yeah, losing probes like this early feels horrible, and I had such a hard time dealing with it. I think he gets to 8. Okay, no. So 7 probes early like this. I was tilting out of my mind that I did something so stupid. And like, look at my vultures, or my dragoons, right? Like, I didn't do anything. I almost lost one. What was that? I think I killed a marine? No? Killed something. As 1 kill. Maybe. Oh, I think it was the SCV when I was coming out, actually. That's what it was. So yeah, killed nothing. Just like really basic, stupid stuff that I do sometimes. So it denies that, which is kind of frustrating. The probe anyway. Losing the probe kind of sucks. Because you have to send a probe back there. Because you need to be getting like your pylons and stuff up your pylon wall to kind of cut it off and get it safe for the transfer and all that stuff. And then my observer, I don't go into his base right away when I should have. I mostly just wanted to see what was coming out. And like I said, I was playing kind of slow that day. Yesterday. And here I confirmed 3 factories, so we know it's not like a 6 factor and all in, right? No 5 fact. So I know he's playing macro. He's got the bases pretty well covered. Like, he has a mine, like, literally everywhere. So he actually should feel pretty comfortable right now. But I was confused because, like, it was like a macro opener, but the 3rd CC didn't come down for such a long time. And there I saw him doing it, I'm like, the CC felt really, really late to me, to be starting at 11 minutes. So I immediately dropped my 4th when I realized he's taking a 3rd. Like I said, I need to get in the habit of taking a 5th pretty much right away. But my map control's really weak. And I need to be having, like, a second group of goons. You essentially want 2 groups of goons for clearing mines and vultures and stuff and kind of protecting your areas. Finally get the Nexus down there. Like, yeah, I would essentially want goons here, or even like, yeah, pretty much here. I'd want them kind of covering this area, and then have these goons more or less covering this area. He's doing a really good job of kind of getting around everything and being really annoying. Here I see him taking a 4th, so I know that I need to be getting this corner base and stuff pretty soon. Finally get these cornered and killed off. I take a pretty good fight here in a minute. Like an initially good fight, and then I turn it into a really bad fight. Sniped off a Templar there, but I have this... I have a Shuttle of 4 Templar that dies to Goliath before I can drop it, because I have it floating here. So here I essentially faked going this way, and then cut across this way, right? And I use this to kind of spot his movement, and then lose it to Goliath. So that was really bad. But we still get like the tank reset, which is fine. Probably should have pulled back right away. Actually, I should have pulled back right away. And then those mines did so much damage. I was tilting pretty hard this game from some of this stuff. Those mines were disgusting. I like lost my observer position at some point and walked into those mines. So yeah, it like started off good, and then I ruined it all. Thanks, Mouse, I appreciate it. Lose the Nexus here, which is annoying, but fine. Got just some probes. My probe count was crazy low this game, and I knew it too because my army hotkeys were... Yeah, I had gigantic armies. Maraxis Von Keld, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. This gameplay can defeat Love Snow, no probes are required. Oh yeah. Yeah, my probe count's crazy low. But we just end up trading super well with our gigantic army, so it ends up kind of working out. Well, so he does... This is where I feel like he screwed up, like, really badly. So he's 2-3 max supply, right? But you can't go only siege tank, right? He has no vultures for his tanks right now. No pros for big booty armies, exactly. Yeah, so my army's huge, and he has no, like, nothing to tank for his siege tanks. So we get a really, really good fight here. I have a hard time with my... So part of the problem is a huge EMP. Part of the problem is when my army gets really big like this, I can't control the hotkeys. I'm but a lowly Protoss player. But yeah, we get like a good initial here. Catch a bunch of tanks and a decent round. And he like clumps really hard, so we get these like massive storms. So we take a huge trade there. We both have massive banks though. But my Gateway SimCity is like way better this time. It's like the first time I had a good one. Yeah, so like huge trade, right? He's down to 100 supply. He has a big bank though. And essentially, I scout this here, and I hold this position with like Goon Templar to like make him take really bad trades while I push across here to kill the CC. Just like little things. I talk about this all the time, like these little skirmishes can be really, really good. Even though I'm like not necessarily like killing anything important, like no positional, anything that's really important, just getting the trades and stuff. Give them something to think about, something to worry about. Be really efficient with a small amount of army. Yeah, we're kind of just sucking his bank dry at this point. He's only mining from one base. Do I let him mine from this? I don't think I do, right? Yeah, I'm checking for it. I don't think he ever lands this, unless it's towards the end. We're at 50 probes right now. So our army is gigantic. At this point, I know I can't lose. So I start like kind of trolling a little bit for fun. Yeah, I'm almost ready here, Dizzy. And then I just like double check there's nothing up here, so I know I'm good. 50 probes, baby. That's all we needed. Get through his bank. Feels good. Alright, let's go play cross. Fastest. Once I got to late game that game, I feel like I was playing well, but my early game was not clean at all. Ugh. We're gonna take the jacket off. We're gonna get serious, okay? Getting kind of warm anyway. EOTB. Alright, so J2digital and Dizzy are going to be casting this over on J2's Twitch. See here. And then he's also going to be casting, I'm sure he's streaming on YouTube as well. Battle of the Beehive. Are we getting this bug? It's funny, Carlson and I talked about 1v1, like, Or a year. 1v1ing. This is where it happens for the first time. Did I even go Arbiters that game? I don't think I went Arbiter that game, did I? Sometimes I do. Usually not, though. Usually I use it for killing Eco. This is the worst race I could have had.
Not enough minerals.
This is what I was afraid of when I said I was going to play random. I was afraid of getting Terran.
Not enough minerals.
I would have been totally okay with Zerg or Toss.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Terran, huh? And me as Terran, I don't even know what I'd want him to be as. Everything sounds kind of awful. Yeah, I know, this is what I'm saying. For me especially, like, Terran might be good in the right hands, but definitely not me here on Fastest.
forces are under attack.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Something on your mind?
SCV, good to go, sir.
Something on your mind?
Yes, sir.
Give me something to shoot. Give me something to shoot.
SCV, good to go, sir. Right away, sir.
Ready to roll out.
Job finished.
I read you.
Order, Scout.
Sir. Standing by.
I read you.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Ugh. We did it. No, Cross is super good. Nervous. I get being nervous. I'm a little more used to it than him. Like the tournament stuff. I'm definitely like a little bit nervous myself, but probably less nervous than him. You don't see how that happened? What are you confused about, Calm? I feel like I played it really well. My macro was like really good in the beginning. Yeah, I feel like it went really well for me. I'd lost like nothing on his early aggression and I turned it in. So what happened was he was doing early 2-gate Nexus into Robo, right? Because he was going to do drop harass. And I actually figured he would go for the drop strategies because I know that's what he's really good at that and I'm really bad against it. So I decided early I was going to go for an early tank push. And when I saw he was tossed, like this is like really good for me. So he went 2-gate Zealot Rally into Nexus into double Robo, or like triple Robo, something like that, while I'm going full on aggression. So it's like a really bad like strategy matchup. And I slow pushed, and his Robos were in the front, which hurt him a lot because I immediately get to kill the Robos. So pretty much everything lined up almost perfectly in my favor. Oops. I don't know about Fastest, never enjoyed it so much. Cleesus, thanks for the follow, dude. I appreciate that. You finally followed, huh? Well, he also said he was nervous, so I'm sure his macro slipped a bit as well. I definitely know what you're trying to say. But there is still, like, it's not just, you don't just have infinite stuff, like, there is still a trade-off, right? Like, he still is double producing probes while going tech after losing, like, 7 zealots or something and going defensive cannons. Like, there's still, the investment still matters, right? And there was a ton of investment into other things that were not good against my push. And then when he lost the Robos, like, he's remaking the Robos, so that means he's also mining, like, a ton of gas, and he teched up the Templar, like, I played on 1 gas and like barely a second gas, right? I played like pretty low eco while he went really heavy into tech and macro in late game. So I just feel like it's a really bad strategy matchup. Like, it feels like you're not fully... I know in Fastest you have a ton more income, and I think that's kind of where you're like getting a little bit thrown off, right? You still don't have infinite income. The investment still matters. So yes, look at how little I had, and then think about how much more he put into getting resources and tech before he would have the macro for it. And like, I wasn't really floating money, I don't think, at the end there. Ugh. I definitely understand what you're saying, and I'm like I do partially agree with you. It's like King of the Hill, so it's one and done for the match, but I'll be playing somebody else. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused on... Let me bring up a stream. You're gonna hear J2 in the background here. What he's saying.
That rocking chair would look great.
I love ads. I just feel like P's advantages of not requiring probes to stay and build, etc. is even more of an advantage on Fastest. For sure it is. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Who's this guy? Is that S rank? I don't want to play this guy. Who is this? Hmm. Dude, let's see. Let's listen to J2 for a second, see what he's saying. If he's saying anything.
If we have new players, let's make sure that... Go ahead, what were you going to say?
Oh, sorry, I was going to say we should have, and this will also be something for the future as well, of course. You know, if they don't show up within a certain point once the game is over, you know, there should be sort of a grace period for them to, you know, get their game turned on. But yeah, if they don't show up, I feel like within a certain amount of time, like 10-15 minutes, I think it is fair to sort of move on.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I just wanted to add him to my friends list because he might not have gotten my email and he might not have made it over to, like you said, I actually tried to find in the Google Doc settings to make it an event to share, and I didn't spend enough time on it because I couldn't find it. So I just want to shorten the URL so I can send it to these guys so that they can sign up.
And while you're doing that, looks like Cross is wondering the rules of whether, like, the system, I guess.
Okay,
the
so
cycle goes.
I think they're a bit behind.
I wasn't sure how many
He's got a
people were gonna
delay.
sign
That
up.
makes sense.
So I was just going to, if 10 or 11 people signed up, we were going to cut it off there, and whoever ended as the king this time was going to start as the king next time, kind of like you've seen on, is unintentionally like the Shoutcraft tournament. And if you guys have watched that StarCraft 2 one, the one that Total Biscuit and like In Control and a bunch of people used to, I know it's Total Biscuit's thing, but then he'd have a bunch of guest co-casters and stuff. I know In Control is on a lot. So this inadvertently turned into something like that because I was going to do a bracket style tournament. But then
J2's camera is so much better than mine. My camera quality sucks. I mean, my lighting sucks too. But...
I don't know if it was that reminded me of it, or if I just thought, oh, like a King of the Hill where there's a little bit of a, well, and that was part of it too, is like, how much money do we pay out to each, like, first, second, third, or do we round robin it? And then it just seemed like, to me in the moment, and we can always do a little bit differently next time, that it made the most sense to do a King of the Hill at least this time, because it allowed us to kind of maybe not rapid fire a bunch of games, but I just like the idea of
my lighting looks good.
People just kind of vie for the top, and then
if you think so, Mage, then
only
perfect.
wins 1 to 2 games, then everyone can win a little bit of money, I guess. And I don't know if that was like a miscalculation on my part or anything, but we only had 7 responses, so there's 4 slots left over. And even though like, and I didn't want to be too annoying, but I did post on Reddit a couple times. You did an amazing job with the Team Liquid post, and I posted it even in BattleNet and a couple of the channels like every day for at least like once or twice a day. Again, I don't want to be like reported as a bot or something like that. I don't want to be too annoying. Like that dirty feeling of like whoring yourself out to find players. Like I didn't want to do that, but
That's interesting.
anyways, we had 7, and now that we're actually going,
You
we
checked
have
right
people
to
that say
left.
they want to play, but I was thinking at the end,
What's the logic
if
there?
we didn't
There's
have
got to be a
enough
reason
people
for it.
to get through our 150.
You checked 3 to 9.
pot, essentially, like our prize pool, then if Cross or whoever else, like it could be Cross, it could be Ozzy, it could be anybody, if they wanted to rematch, I don't think this will be it going forward.
Wait, did he go
Today,
3 to
just
9?
So we can
Hang
get
on.
through and play all as many games as we can, or at least what we prepared
Okay.
for. They can rematch whoever the current king is to either A, for like to win a little bit of money, or B, to I think it's both, to win money and
Well,
to,
DeWalt's
like,
here,
get the
so
prize of
there are
being
some
king.
people.
Correct. Yeah, definitely. And they can start the next tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of have
And
to
they'll
agree
be
with
the
me and
king
prop
for
me
the
up.
next tournament, which again, I hope to do this as like a normal thing.
Let's try this
It's
again.
not that I will have like $100 and that you'll have like $50 every other week or even every month to do this, but I hope it's fun enough.
What?
And I'm trying to think of the right word, but that we can just
I've never seen this bug before.
go ahead.
I'm being that baby.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I just hope that it's sustainable. I guess.
Can I not watch the replay now? Did I break the replay?
Did you host?
I did not know.
Okay. When you're ready, I'm.
Hmm. Who am I against next? That's the question. So I don't even know. The yellow one. Don't know who that is. Oh, that's him. Oh, it's not him. Okay. But that strategy I did that game to beat Cross was specifically because I was playing Cross, and I kind of thought I knew how he would play. I've watched his stream enough to know, or have an idea of what he was going to do. So I'm actually really happy that we won with our brain. What's DeWalt? Not the yellow one? It might lag though, huh? Hmm. He is Russia. Dude.
Not enough minerals.
Come on.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir. Orders received. SCV good to go, sir.
Our boy DeWalt rated me yesterday. It was very nice of him.
SCV good to go, sir. Right away, sir. Job's finished. I read you.
Yeah, the closer we are, the better it's going to be for me.
Good to go, sir. Roger that. Right away, sir. Job report for duty. I read you. Affirmative. I read you. SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir. Job orders, Captain. Yes, sir. Orders received. Roger that. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. I read you. Yes, sir. Job piece of me, boy. Orders, Captain. SCV good to go, sir.
Jacked up and
Yes,
good
sir.
to go.
Affirmative. Roger that. Right away, sir. Orders received.
Piece of me, boy. Rock and roll.
SCV good to go, sir. Orders received.
Give me something to shoot. Let's move. You want a piece of me, boy?
Sir, I can't build there. Orders, Captain. Right away, sir. Orders received.
Is it crawl spawn? Ugh.
SCV good to go, sir. Report for duty. Orders, Captain. Job finished. Report for duty. Report for duty. Job Roger that. I read you. SCV good to go, sir. Roger
Not
that.
enough minerals.
Orders, Captain. Roger that.
Piece of me, boy. Outstanding.
Report for duty.
Your forces are under attack.
Go, go,
SCV
go.
good to go, sir.
Commander. Jacked up and good to go.
Yes, sir.
Standing by. Go, go, go. Let's move. Let's move. Standing by.
Report for duty.
Standing by.
SCV good to go, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Just lost like this.
Something on your mind? No problem.
Report for duty.
Give me something to shoot.
Orders, Captain. Right away, sir.
Piece of me, boy. Let's move.
I read you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Let's move. Something on your mind?
Yes, sir. Report for duty. Report for duty.
I read you, Commander. Outstanding.
Report for duty.
You want a piece of me, boy? Jacked up and good to go.
Orders, Captain.
What do you want? Oh, is that it?
SCV good to go, sir.
Good to go. Outstanding. Rock and roll. Oh, is that it?
Orders, Captain. Right away,
Piece of me, boy.
affirmative.
What do you want? No problem.
SCV good to go, sir.
Not enough
Jacked
minerals.
up and good to go.
Affirmative. Orders, Captain. Right away, sir.
Commander.
Yes, sir.
Standing by. I read you, sir.
Sucks, man. Sucks I keep getting freaking Protoss. I'm really far behind now.
Piece of me, boy. Give me something to shoot. Give me something to shoot. Something on your mind? Piece of me, boy.
Add-on complete.
I read you, sir.
And he saw my Stargate and or my Starport and everything.
Something on your mind?
Go, sir. Yes, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy? Rock and roll.
Feels pretty doomed.
SCV good to go, sir.
I can't believe I got Terrans both times, man.
Orders, Captain. I read you.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV good to go, sir.
Did I seriously get freaking tear? Ah, it's so frustrating. I should just played at my choke. Dude, that was so frustrating. And I scouted him. He spawned. I thought he was top right. I scouted in a way where I didn't see the zealots coming. I didn't make a bunker when I should have made a bunker. Like, I can't believe I get Terran twice though. I didn't really have an idea of what to do this time. Ah, I shouldn't lose like that. Losing like that sucks so much. My micro was terrible that time too. Yeah, he opens Nexus. Like, dude, it's just Terran on this map. I really, really don't like Terran on this map, man. I wanted either Protoss or Zerg. Either of those, and I'm super comfortable. And I get Terran twice, man. Yeah, this is just like basic melee. Yeah, well, I knew he would be. I just did micro on the beginning and I lost from the beginning. Terran's so hard to me. Like, on Fastest, Terran feels so difficult. I wanted to mix it up and do something a little bit more, like, aggressive, so I was gonna go for drops, and then... yeah, just the beginning sucked really bad. That sucks. I was infinitely less afraid of the Walt than Cross, because I knew he would just play, like, straight up, and I felt like that favored me. That sucks. Well, came to kind of a crappy ending there. Blech. Blech. My bad, guys.
Pretty good, yeah.
Well, and we already
Even
knew
though
that he was.
Right. Even though he doesn't primarily play Fastest, just off mechanics alone. Like,
True. I think that maybe spawning at 7 o'clock gave Ozzy a little bit more of a, I don't want to say false sense of security. I guess it ended up being a false sense of security. And again, I know that I'll be corrected, especially when it comes to Ozzy. He's going to have like a lot of pointers on what the goal was, or oh, which thank you by the way. So no, sorry, Applem just resubscribed, so I do appreciate it. And so, and someone already said stop looking at the bases. Well, I had to keep checking just to see what the tech was, and a lot of Fastest is that. And anyway, so I'll make sure to focus on the battles and things like that going forward. I did miss, unfortunately, the Marines running into the cannons because that was a very important part. So anyway, this is all still really fresh, but I do think that that's why he changed his build up a little bit. and I'll be able to review this, or we both will, whoever, be able to review this afterwards and really see the variations in his play, because there's a lot of other things kind of going on, or at least that we're managing right now. And with that being said, I'm actually going to message our next person, make sure that they're there, which he should be. I don't know if I see him now.
I can start hosting.
Yeah, let's just host it so me, you, and Dylan can be in there, and then I'll see where he was our guy who he signed up twice to make sure that he gave me his right, like his correct BattleNet ID.
That's okay.
But I actually don't.
I mean, it sucks a little bit to get double toss or double Terran, but
on here.
my build, like, now that I'm thinking about it, honestly, like, knowing that he's gonna play just straight up, like, make units,
So
right?
had a long time
That's what I
to
expected.
Get here.
So, knowing that's coming, what I did was really stupid, to be honest. To do, like, a 1-1-1 like that is really dumb.
Shows. I think it'll be okay because we've had more people sign up since we got started. Oh, I know.
Awesome.
I know who our next person is. Okay, I'm gonna. I do still think that Ozzy played well. I just think that if I were to look at the perspective of the Terran, to me, I would think I had more time, and he had way more distance between bases, and so if it were me, I wouldn't have expected so much pressure, because essentially all the Protoss was just being rallied into his base.
Yeah. And sort of like how you see like Protoss versus Terran played out in like traditional maps, it's just a matter in that case of, well, I have such a lead and my army's gonna match, or overcome you at a certain point, so it's just a constant flow, which when you get to that point as Terran, it's so demoralizing because you just can't keep a tank count, or you just can't get your bases going. Obviously it's fastest, so some Marines and whatnot, but it's basically the same concept.
And I do see a lot of Terrans go for a wall. It's been a while since I've watched a lot of 1v1 fastest, so maybe I don't know, and I'm perfectly fine to say that I'm not sure like what the right strategy is there, but I would really imagine like at least common sense dictates, and I'm okay with common sense being wrong, but like you should just have a bunker or a couple bunkers, and even after all of those losses at the beginning, you might need even more units. I still think maybe you should give those units more help.
And brother, it works. Just need time, transition to mech correctly. Yeah, no, I know, Com. I know it works. I just, like I said, I was overthinking it. I was over-strategizing instead of just playing straight up like I should have. I was preparing for a scenario, like, way down the line. And it was just, I was looking too far ahead and not playing the game how I should have, so.
But
all good.
He just knew what to do from the start to end.
It should have sort of, I don't want to say obvious, but it should have been a tell that the initial first 4 goons came in. Then at this point, hey, I don't think he's teching. But I think as he was banking on the tech, considering he didn't build, and just hope that he could like sort of make shortcuts to defend and survive. But I mean, we can always ask him, of course. But if I had to guess, and especially considering his asset, he probably would just try to take shortcuts to regain all the disadvantage, or regain that disadvantage.
True. Once you've been
GG, well played. Thanks, Miss Q. Appreciate it.
You need to do that much more.
I'm not like, I'm disappointed that I lost like that, but
And again, I don't even think that he played bad. I think that he played good.
This is disappointing, but I'm not like, I'm not.
Yeah, it was just kind of
not too tore up about it.
One
It is what it is.
after the next is kind of like a beatdown after a beatdown after a beatdown, and which again I'm very used to as playing as Terran, going up against Protoss. So, all right, so the person that is going to play next, they did respond. They said they had to take a nervous piss, so we just got
What should we do in the meantime? Should I just stream his stream, maybe? Because it will come back to me eventually. I will end up playing whoever the king is at the end again. So there is a reason for me to stick around instead of stopping it right here, right now.
But it's really cool to see DeWalt be so prepared too. And it also goes to show what Cross was prepared with is pretty standard, in that they both took their time to get ready for 1v1s, because their builds really were similar. It just diverged because DeWalt was able to go for just that big push, or that constant push, maybe not a big one, but where since Cross maybe had lost some of those units at the beginning of the game, maybe that's why he went for drops, or that could have been part of the plan the whole time. Because usually, again, I'm just going to go off of what I've seen previously, you see Protoss put a little pressure on, wall the Terran in, and then it's just drops to death, just 1,000 drops. So
I am J2 now.
maybe that was what was more.
Is this person?
No, this is not it. That person is. I
So
guess I should go
sad.
back into that channel and say if they want to sign up, that they can.
It's so much lost opportunity on money. That's kind of the big thing.
Google Doc.
Cross was the one I was afraid of, and I screwed it up on DeWalt, man. Feels bad.
Well, Cross wasn't really spoiling it, but he did tell him in the chat. Cleesus was asking who's next, and he said you.
It's funny. Or is he this dude? Okay.
Oh, Ozzy did say he did that build specifically for Cross, so I don't know if Cross was showing that build on his stream or not. DeWalt is in a game called Benob. Okay. On a one rack factory opening, bunker is required. That's what RJBTV said, so I could see that. All right. Again, with a lot of these things, I wanted to have this kind of sorted out beforehand, and I did see it, but I forgot. And the top right corner, dude, this is crazy. Is Protoss just gonna spawn? I'm gonna change who I'm gonna announce first. Yeah, it feels that way. Protoss is at 12 again, and it's DeWalt. Womp, 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 womp. And at 1, it's Cleesus. So and he did choose Zerg, by the way. I'm gonna bring this up every time. He didn't choose random, and I know we can see that in the lobby as well, that what he chooses. But I always double check with the Google Doc to see if they are gonna change it last second. And I think going forward too, I will bring up before the game actually starts what they said versus what they're picking, because I'm not gonna be too much of a stickler on that. Maybe if we announce the lineup beforehand, I will be, because then people can prepare for what each race is they're going to be going against. But anyway, moving on to just this game, I'm going to watch. You know what I should do? I'm actually going to get rid of DeWalt's vision, and he sees the Overlord. There's no way he doesn't see it. So I was, for Cleese's sake, because I consider him the underdog, even though he is a normal fastest player as well, like
he's
us.
blocking the choke, so that's good.
A normie fastest player, I guess. I was hoping that he would see the edge of the Nexus and then run away, because then DeWalt wouldn't know exactly where he was. So DeWalt's gonna get in. He's got the full scout. What's your take on this?
I wonder what that drone going down to 5 right now is doing, because he was just scouting 3. I wonder if he's actually looking for a proxy, because he knows where DeWalt is, so it's not like he needs to scout anymore.
I think Cleesus forgot about it. I think he's a little bit nervous.
So I think that was just sort of a mistake. And
he's gonna make a shield battery to choke, probably.
Pylon come up in the choke. How will Cleesus respond to this? You know, is he gonna pull all of?
Was he gonna cannon?
Pull just 3 or?
Oh, no, I canceled it. No, he didn't. Never mind.
I'm not sure.
Couldn't see it over the drone.
I'm not sure how much Cleesus is.
So he's actually gonna cannon this.
But if this is a cannon, it's a
it is shield battery. Okay.
Battery.
And it's gonna be with cannons. He's like super aggressive.
Okay, so this is just he's gonna proxy and he's not gonna stop attacking. Oh geez, I gotta untake. So sorry guys, I should get the arrows so I can do this a little bit better. Yeah, that hatchery is not meant for this world. I don't mind him leaving it up, because it's just gonna be a target for at least.
This is really bad for Cleesus.
Maybe could have started some Zerglings out of it. So he's got a couple
3 drones
coming up. He already lost a drone.
4 drones.
He watches this.
The game's over.
Drones. Holy cow! 4 drones. This is not good.
The game's just over.
He's got 2 more Zealots. I was thinking if he
And we're going
with
triple
these new
sunken.
ones,
Ugh.
if he watches it close enough, he might be able to send those back to the shield battery, and he might be able to save it. Like each of his infantry, then he can send them back in. This is intense.
It's really unlucky
I
though
am
for Cletus
really,
that they were
really,
close spawn as
really
well.
incredibly worried for our Zerg right now. He is getting more sunken colonies. He just needs to worry about surviving. DeWalt's doing the right thing, and he's just going to go after drones. Oh, no. I think he should run his drones to the other side of the mineral patches. Oh, my gosh. That was 2 more. He's only down to 5 drones. Oh, my goodness. And the hatchery's gone. He started some units out of the second hatchery, but he's only got 1 hatchery right now. Just the second one barely finishing.
He's on
If
8
DeWalt
supply.
wants to, he could do more shield batteries. And
It's
cannons,
pretty over.
I guess.
I mean, Protoss is so powerful.
Cletus's base.
I think when you're playing like
And
really like
I
straightforward
think what he does here,
for fastest, yeah.
again, I'm not a pro.
Like I said, it's pretty unlucky for Cletus they were
Might
close
even reach
spawn.
the spawning pool, so he needs to. Oh, do you go for the probe? I think he should kill the probe. I think that was a that was a mistake. He could have targeted that probe, and now, oh, this is not good. He needs to put the. He should have put the sunken colonies right next to the spawning pool.
He doesn't have any money for the sunkens either.
No.
Oh, no.
He's trying to take a gas. It might be wise. I do think that Cletus will have prepared for this as well, but
We don't
I
cancel
don't
anything
think he
then.
should be building a gas right now. I think he should be building drones, and I think he should be building sunken colonies. So, can
Cletus,
cannon reach
Cletus.
the spawning pool? It can't. Okay, so as long as the creep doesn't go back too far,
It's like unrecoverable though.
sunken colony
Hey,
cannon
we're on-
will be okay.
we're
Oh
on
my gosh, he almost
11
lost-
drones right
lost
now.
Another drone. So more posturing from Protoss, and let's just do a base check really quick. He's got his cybernetics core. He's just getting some gas, more gateways. I think this is all fine. He is expanding, well, building another nexus. So Cletus he does have his gas up. He is going to mine from it with 1 drone. That's fine. He lives for now, but this is going to be scary. It's just more and more zealots every time that he attacks.
Don't just go goons from here.
Outside, if he gets too much, he might just be able to right click that next to the hatchery, and that would be it. So, what do you think?
He's lost. Okay, he's lost 4 drones in that exchange for about 7 zealots.
Like the wall can just mass goons here and kill him.
I think Cletus did a
We're
good
sitting
job
something
of
top
building,
left for some reason.
putting up a 3rd hatchery. Definitely best place so far.
Might be making a Stargate, though.
At this point, like you have to, like,
If he's making a Stargate, he's playing too much like it's ladder. At this point, you just make goons and like kill him.
Yeah.
That looks like what he's doing. Getting a layer. You know, maybe you can also build like spores behind.
Still saying he might go Stargate.
Corsairs.
That's true. I think he
And
will.
Citadel.
All of the above.
Yeah, stay compacted right now.
A little bit overcomplicating it,
That's
but
his only choice.
many
And
wins either way. There is no
just
bad
depends, 'cause
call
it
here.
doesn't sound like we're ragging on him too much. He just, like, I do believe that nerves is a thing. All of the adrenaline, knowing who he was going up against, I think all of those play a factor. I do think he held really well. I know that's with being saying he did lose a lot of drones, and that's what's essentially putting him so far behind. DeWalt is doing the Protoss thing, more cannons. He's got lots to defend it, and at his base, it's been going for a minute, but he is getting ready for drops. He has his robotics facility, he has Citadel of Dune, and now he's going to have his Protoss, like his Templar archives, obviously.
I wonder if it's a scout. He could be making a scout. I'd love to see a scout, actually.
That it sees, there's nothing that
It would just be way better.
do to stop it. And as soon as those come out and pretty much kill what little vision he has, he is just going to be blind. He is building sunken colonies. He is slowly moving up the tech tree.
Yeah. He's like DeWalt's just playing like ladder PvZ, basically.
Do that spire. I do hope that he gets some Scourge out, and he's just really got to be on top of minimizing how much damage those Corsairs can do. I do think there's the Evo chamber. Okay, so he will hopefully at least have enough space to build 1 or 2 spore colonies, like you were saying before, and he I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of real estate to work with. Protoss bullied him literally into his corner without throwing away too many units, by the way. As soon as it stopped working, he stopped attacking, and that's when he took his extra Nexus. He's even taking another Nexus and started completely working up the tech tree. So this is, I mean, I know Zerg is supposed to have, not supposed to, but just generally speaking, has less supply than Protoss. But this is nearly 3-to-1. Like, just look at the supply. It's not very good.
And meanwhile, the wall is seeing everything. He's got 2 Overlord
I think
kills.
I'm just super over.
Yeah.
Seeing high go up at least right away. And Cleese did a great job defending from that cannon from potentially killing his hatchery. Like, he built the 2 Sunkens like it needed to. Now,
True.
the wall can't really...
They're trying to be nice about it. I mean, they're casting, right? They're doing what they have to do.
Protoss from, like, establishing himself into the Zerg creep, but...
Yeah.
I want to do over on my match so bad.
Storm drops start to happen.
Oh, and it's a Reaver. So even before the storm drops get there, the Reaver's going to start. Like, and he can just put more cannons, behind it. I was going to say, you could put more cannons in front of it, too. Oh, no, we have a little bit of hiccup with this lag.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Maybe we need to pause. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Is there... We can't actually pause it. Maybe after this game, we can message these guys and say if there is a lag spike, we can pause. Because I feel bad for Cleesus in this case. He might be able to micro against that Reaver and that shuttle and kill it, but he can't do anything. Can we message? No, we can't. Oh man. Maybe we just message DeWalt or Cleesus to pause, please, while we wait for this lag spike to pass. Because it was fine a second ago. And I don't think he did this on purpose. I think he's just playing through it. My instinct is like, and the total Protoss move is to just attack while the lag is happening. Oh, man.
Thankfully, the lag's better, but the Reaver sort of made the way for the Zealots now.
Yeah, it just is what it is. Maybe what we'll do is we'll turn the turn rate down a little bit.
Boom!
But I do feel bad.
It's only 7. I guess he doesn't have that many drones to begin with.
That lag gave enough time for the Zealots to get up there, for the cannons to get up there, and not the cannons, but to kill the Sunks is what I mean. And then just the Zealots, the Reavers, his economy shattered again. He might even get the spawning pool, and it all started with that like 15 to 20 seconds of lag. I mean, he even has even less drones now. Oh man, are they gonna get that Spire? He's gonna get the Spire too. Like, he might be able to target fire. Nope, the Zealots left. Even in an Archon too.
He picked it up to die. Or whatever.
The Corsairs are coming to handle the mutas. It's just a combination of everything coming right now.
Yeah, he does still have a little bit of money, so he could rebuild his drones. They did end up getting the Spire.
trolling.
I thought it was going to live. I don't know what actually went up there. I was too busy just kind of...
I want to do over, guys. I want to play a macro game against DeWalt.
That Archon or a few Zealots up there into that top right. So he needs a little bit of everything right now. He needs more sunken colonies. He needs a Spore, and he needs to rebuild his Spire. I'm hoping that... Obviously, the lag doesn't come back. Oh, he's going to go for a counterattack. There's so many cannons. He might be able to get that shuttle, though. I think he should have gone for the shuttle. I know that was kind of a desperation counter onto the Protoss, but... Oh, man. All right, that's GG. Yep, there it is.
Great try, Cleesus.
Yeah, dude. Good effort.
Cleesus made really good manner.
Yeah. That was... Good on him for sticking it out. Going forward, if there's a lag spike like that, whether it's DeWalt or our next person, let's just pause the game, and I'll make sure I message that in the lobby, because Zerg needs, in that situation, being kind of
that was me or him,
down on the lower foot anyway.
Oh, it was on my... Or maybe that was my YouTube.
He had a plan from start to finish on that one.
I need to...
And he did a great job just like
my Streamlabs
executing it
up
perfectly when it was attacking the drones, making sure that he was on low economy, and then following it up with just boxing him in with cannons.
Sorry, bear with me.
Tree. When he was ahead, he took a couple extra Nexus, built a ton of probes. I mean, went up into Reavers,
Blaze Mozina, thanks for the sub, dude, on YouTube. I appreciate that.
he was in the lead. It just was that much more brutal for Cleesus for it to, for that spike to happen at the most inopportune time. And then he was just able to just not completely right click his Yeltsin, but he just got on top of everything. So still though, it was I think Cleesus did a great job. And I mean, Dwalt won, so he did a good job.
The next person is
Okay.
Ash
Yeah, I
Rencor,
guess.
and somebody else I think signed up, or maybe a couple people did.
Dude, that's 50 more bucks.
I'm gonna host a turn rate 16
Okay.
to possibly avoid that. I'll also ask to make sure that we're okay.
And then I'm going to respond to chat for just a second. Hamelisk and RJBTV,
Got
thank
like a
you.
3-minute delay.
He follows you guys. We're up to 10 responses now, so far so good. And we have a few that aren't here.
Oh, maybe I don't get to play
The
again
yellow
then.
one isn't here, and who was the other one? It was Grime Boss isn't here either. Those were the two that we're kind of missing out
So
on.
it's DeWalt versus Rancor next.
But that's okay. Next time we'll also figure out a way to send it as an event, so if they want to, which isn't going to be hard, they can add it to their calendars.
I know, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. Oh, they are here. When you're ready, go ahead. I guess you already did. Sweet.
Mhm.
Sick tight.
Alright,
Yeah,
let me
dude.
await the next player. Waiting.
We're basically hoping a lot of
Let's give
people
it
don't
who's
show up so I
ready.
get another chance and
Let's make
possibly
sure.
win and play more. That does mean if I beat whoever was winning, whoever is the king at the end, my next match is Cross again. Pretty tough lineup.
Let's see. This name is.
That means my 3 games would be,
bad.
if I win, my 3 games would be Cross, whoever the king is, and then Cross again.
Only
rough.
25 characters, and I think the person joined.
I should have just right clicked and then. Oh, it says I'm already friends with them. Okay, sweet. And then again, just really quick before we get started.
Yeah, I beat Cross. I rolled Terran TVP, which was fine against Cross because I knew what he would do, and then I rolled TVP again against DeWalt.
Okay.
And again, he did what I thought he would do, and then I
Here as
did
well.
something,
Eh,
like, my
it's
build
fine,
order
just
was
get
just
going. It is
stupid,
Zerg versus
and I just
Zerg.
died to a rally. It's like a 4-gate rally, basically. All it was. Took a bunch of damage from the first zealots, and then just died from there. It's very frustrating. Disappointing. It's disappointing. Because I know I can do, like, way, way better than that. Dying to something like that feels bad. But part of it, I overthought it, right? I rolled double Terran, which sucked, and then I got tilted. Not tilted,
Let's go.
maybe a little tilted.
Excited, pumped.
And then I started, yeah, I thought too far ahead instead of just playing the game normal.
All right. At 3 o'clock. Thank goodness it's changed a little bit for our poor
It's not
Protoss.
rigged. It's not rigged. We proved it.
It'll come back to me
Challenger to challenge the king.
because enough people didn't
It
sign
is
up, so
our
it'll come back to me, and then I'll play whoever the
Rancor,
king is.
one of the best colors
That's what I was
in
saying
the
earlier is,
roster. On the top left, it is our orange.
if I
Protoss
win,
reigning king. Can you make it?
when it comes back to me, my 3 games are going to be Cross,
DeWalt.
whoever the king is, and then Cross again.
Wah, wah, wah. All right.
Watch
so
me roll Terran
this
every
is
single game that I play
a new
today.
interesting story that I just thought of that's developing. The first 2 games were TVP.
I get Zerg on BGH all the time,
Next 2
and then
games were
Terran on
TVP.
Vastus,
So
which is
if
by
you
far
think-
my
I
worst
don't
on
know anything about
Vastus.
Rancor, so if you know Rancor or anything about them, I guess.
But we got a good counter build to Cross.
Let me know. I'd love
Cross
the
did
context.
exactly what I thought he would do, and then I
The
counter
benefit
built
that
him
they
like
have
really
so far is
hard.
they're not so close. They're not directly next.
And
to
the
each
position
other.
kind of sucked for him
Attack
too.
First.
Yep. Which is perfectly fine. Now,
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
honestly don't know much about Rancor. I know Ash is a clan, I think.
Okay, that's what I
At least I'd
figured.
have to assume. Yeah. I've definitely seen other Ashes. I don't know if that's the same one, but personally, no, I don't know anything about Rancor. First time I even noticed him was today. But
Okay.
so far, his SimCity looks okay. You do want that spawning pool sort of near your mineral, so that way you can potentially build two
It's actually so funny. When I got
buildings
Terran against
towards
Cross,
the
I
normal
was like
city
super
observer.
comfortable
Yeah.
with him getting tossed, right?
But
Like TVP. When I got Terran, I was like, okay, I hope he gets Protoss.
it doesn't seem like he's
And then I
too
got
happy
TVP against
taking
DeWalt
this.
because I knew
I'm
how
not sure
DeWalt
if
would play
he's
it.
like
I was like dreading it.
Protoss's player or if he
So because I was
really
dreading it
thinks
so much,
that
instead of
it's
just playing like a macro game,
first impressions. It
I
seems
went
like
like a
he is
1-1-1, like I was gonna
really
go
happy to
tank
build
drops or something to try and catch him, but
so far.
it's just stupid for me to play
Yeah.
like
This
that because that's not my
observer is
style.
definitely
I don't
SimCity
play like that, so I
knowledge
should
to
just
have.
do what I'm good at.
Oh, for sure.
Like
And
open
also
bio and just go
have a
bio
scout
tank. That's all I should have done.
probably most efficiently or pretty good
Mhm.
because he didn't send his overlord all the way to the top right corner and then queue it over. Or sorry, queue it over as in just, shift right click or whatever to the next thing. I like corrected myself.
So
because
I'll
it was
fix it
like,
next
you can't
time.
queue
If
to
I
the
play
top,
against
but
DeWalt
nobody else
again,
does
I'll
that. So
definitely
it's just like,
just play
here you
like
go,
standard
inside,
macro.
whatever.
Just play bio
But
tank like I would
he
normally.
just did it enough to where if there was any Protoss buildings, he would have seen it. And I'm just meaning it at 1 o'clock. Then he's got his overlord going to like towards 11 o'clock. So he's kind of doing the counterclockwise scout. And honestly, if I don't know if DeWalt saw the overlord with his zealot, but he again is gonna scout Zerg last, which is kind of funny because he sent his probe out the normal way, and then he sent. Well, actually, I guess he was kind of counterclockwise scouting as well. But he does know where Zerg is now, and Zerg does also know where DeWalt is, where Protoss is. They both are taking. I almost want to say it's like a more economic opening. With Protoss, you can do both, so it's fine. Pressure with the Zealot and the probe, and then he's got reinforcements coming, and he doesn't actually have a forge ready, so he could probably start a pylon, but he won't be able to build cannons immediately. He can now, but not initially.
Like Ranger should
See
fight that.
how well
He's just 3
Protoss
hatchling right now.
responds to this, considering most
3 hatchling
we'll see Zerg
against
usually
us.
go
These
for
guys are like
the
ladder players and they're playing like it's ladder.
so that way it's just less.
So he's
necessary
playing
to
low
have
eco here,
Mm-hmm.
In this case, obviously, he opted for in-base hatchery.
which isn't great.
Now you're sort of seeing, well, what does happen if you don't do choke hatch? Well, you're gonna get blocked out at your choke, and have to defend multiple areas above the hatchery, below the hatchery.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's opting to go for 3 hash speedling, which not a bad idea, but there's only so much potential for it. So
Dude, he's softening up these
DeWalt's
zealots the whole
micro.
time. He had one Zergling going for the probe. So honestly, that was a pretty good starting attack because now he only has 2 healthy zealots. The other 2 are nearly dead, and he did a really good job. But if DeWalt wasn't paying attention, he would have been able to target that. Oh, the probe down. I think he's going to get both.
It's a shield battery.
This is not a cannon. This is a shield.
He assumed it was a cannon.
Yeah. When I clicked on it, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Dude, so DeWalt's going to go for like a traditional wall, and this is like what you could potentially see on ladder if there's going to be a Zergling bust. He moved at least one of the. Oh my gosh! For a second, it looked like a scan because I don't ever see the shield battery being used. I know it's a different animation completely, but that sparkling swirl, dude, it got me.
But he scanned a zealot.
Another thing too, like.
Just when I see this, man, I feel like I could just out macro the wall.
Going out the front of their base, but he's got his overlord up at 11. I just want to bring that up just quickly, just a little bit, because wow, this is intimidating. It is just, dude, please build another pylon. Okay, he is at the back. It's like, oh my gosh, you gotta do something. Yeah, this Zerg, he didn't lose a lot at the very beginning, and they have been mining gas this whole time. More hatcheries. He's got a Hydra den, so it might be like a Hydra bust to break out of their front. And really quickly, up at 11 o'clock, we do see that Protoss is teching up. He's only building probes out of one of his nexus, so I don't know if that's on purpose or not, and he is supply blocked.
Funny enough, he actually already has.
Like if I could get PvP against the wall, I think I'm totally fine.
Not sure if that was planned, but I wonder if he's gonna actually upgrade from all 3. Because otherwise, that means like this dude is definitely going for just a cheat ground army. But
True.
If he goes to Temple Archives. No third forge movement. That's not that big of a deal, but yeah, it has to be a Hydra bus because there's no layer. Um,
If I were to guess, I would say that forge was there just because, like, just for the
Of the
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
yeah.
It would be hilarious if he did use it. Like, hey, shit, may as well get your shield upgrades at the same time. More Nexus, or sorry, more gateways. Sheesh. And
It's the same thing.
yeah, essentially.
Hmm.
It is Hydra's. Again, so it's so different than 3v3 because in threes you build both of your Hydrodens at the same time, and then you want to build both of your evolutionated.
I don't feel like Rancor ever gets out of
at
here.
the same time too. So you want to get
He
attack
never
movement,
breaks out.
and you want to get movement.
There's gonna be
and
Storm
range.
behind this
And
from
it's just
DeWalt.
so different. He's staying on hatcheries. He's not gone up to layer, and it's just pure units.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. I like it. Probably is tough for Zerg, but he chose Zerg, so he's used to it.
Yeah, he knows that tough life. Oh, he's going for the break and while getting layer behind it, so
Yeah,
looks like this isn't completely all in, but
no, for sure.
he either okay. I was gonna say he should try and break down the gateway first before trying to even like touch the Zealous, but he's definitely not gonna break through.
No
this.
micro
He did a
happening
great
here.
job breaking
There we
down
go.
part of that wall.
Yeah, for sure. He got a cannon and he got the gateway. I agree with you that it was smart of DeWalt to leave his army in the back so that the cannons got pretty much maximum damage and that Zerg didn't just drag the Zealots forward. Sorry, Zealots forward. I'm going to still say it however I want to say it, but I'm just going to get ahead of that one. It was very intelligent for him to leave his army in the back.
Like DeWalt's
And then I
playing.
think Zerg
He's
had
playing
the
like
opportunity
like he's getting
since
Hydra
DeWalt had
busted
his army in the back. He should have just targeted
on
the
ladder.
wall and saved
Except he's
his
doing it in
troops
front of
from
Rancor's
they can
base.
Actually attack instead of
It's
getting
kinda funny.
stuck in the SimCity. But here we go again. I imagine he's got Storm ready, and that is terrifying. This is a really scary
yeah.
Protoss army. The micro is really good from Magenta, and he's got a really good spread. He's ready in case the storms are there, but there's just so much Protoss, and he built
Oh, it's getting
units.
closer to the drones.
Oh no! It was a really good storm, and he got half the drones at least. He's lucky that wasn't all the drones. How many kills is that? The Templar only has one kill? No.
Oh, that was
the second one? Okay.
Yeah, that was the second Templar that died. Yeah.
Okay, I thought for a second, I was like, I swear I saw at least 4 drones go down. So he does still have 8 drones on minerals. He has a little bit of minerals in the bank, but not that
Yeah,
much.
GG.
And
Another win for
and
DeWalt.
one of these
DeWalt's
things
getting
is
rich today.
He's going to have to rebuild those. And I'm surprised DeWalt isn't just going straight for drones, but he's got another army queued up. The macro engine behind this 3 Nexus Protoss with all of these gateways, it's just insane.
He has more gateways than Zerg has hatcheries.
Dude, and more gateways than Zerg has attacking units. There it is, GG. Oh, man.
Wow.
That was really promising for a second. I think where Zerg went wrong was not breaking that wall down first. And honestly, Protoss, he kind of scared Protoss into hiding behind. So maybe break down the wall, pull back again, and then maybe tech into lurkers. I'm sure Rancor knows better than I do. So I'm not saying that's 100% the correct solution. That's just an idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, personally, I think having gone for, or once you recognize that the choke is occurring, make sure you sort of keep that choke safe or by building something.
I might not get to play again. Like, people keep showing up and they're gonna put him in there.
Head on because, I mean, this guy
Kinda sucks.
Probably teching behind it. He's probably gonna have an army that won't be as strong in terms of like unit wise, but
It sucks because all the strong players signed up first, huh? It's like you get past, like, it's me, Carlos, DeWalt to start,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and it's just like whichever one of us comes out on top, we get
enough to
like
to make Protoss second
some
guess
favorable
attacking
matchups,
and
we'll
then
say.
going for like a counter.
Mhm.
But it's, again, I know I'm saying this a lot, but it's fun and interesting to see what each player does, because then as we watch more of these games, we will see what like a right solution is or what a better version of something is. And Zerg is just tough as it is. Like, you're working with so unlimited money and so few units. So Protoss is, and again, this isn't to take away from DeWalt. I can tell he's practiced a lot. He knows, so far what we've seen, he knows what to do in each matchup, and he is very prepared. And he's just a really good Brood War player anyway. So there's a lot of praise to go both ways. and I'm working on being like more unbiased, I guess. Where
Yeah, I don't
just wanna be
think
okay, well, Protoss is this, that makes
it's
me
gonna
wanna vote
cycle
this,
back to
then they
me.
have so they've got
With
stronger
people
units,
showing
they've
up
got more
and
money.
they're taking more people, I don't think it'll
They've
happen.
got, like, so there's no
So with that being the case, I might
there's definitely
actually
ways for Zerg to still
go ahead and
win,
head out
'cause we
then.
see it all the time, and there's still ways to hold on. I'm just wondering, and it's interesting to see as we go forward, like what the strategy is. And really, he did do a fantastic job early game.
Yeah, I think I'll go eat then.
I
Eat and
really
chill
thought
a little
that
bit. Kind of
attack.
take it easy.
So,
And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna ladder with Zerg a little bit later because
mean,
I
for-
promised that's what I would
despite
do.
the circumstances, I think Rancor played well. I mean, the matchup disadvantage already from the get-go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head out then. If it comes back to me, then I'll restart the stream, but I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. E rank Zerg. Didn't we have this conversation already? My Zerg was a little over 1700, I think. By the end of it, it was either over 1700 or 1800, and I beat a couple Protosses over 2k. And I won every ZVZ but once. Yeah, my Zerg also did though. Yeah, I got all 3 races between 1700 and 1800 on ladder. Yeah, I couldn't remember if we talked about Zerg as well. TVZ. I actually never got a single TVZ, that was the thing. I don't know how to do it yet. I can watch someone... I could, like, watch a couple build orders and then we could try it. But I actually don't know how to TVZ. That's the reason I was able to get so high, I think, is because I didn't run into that matchup any. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna head out. Like I said, if it comes back to me, I'll restart the stream and we'll hang out some, but I don't think it's going to anymore. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Sorry that we lost the second game. My apologies. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but, you know, it happens sometimes. But I will catch you guys later. I'll be back on later tonight to ladder with Zerg anyway, so I'll catch you guys then, possibly. Have a good evening. Peace.